It's been a while, and that is back with the milk. And by milk, of course I mean another deck profile video. I apologize for the absence, but if you follow me on X, I think you know what I've been up to recently. With the release of BT25, outside of several mode changes, we can say that the Time Stranger package is nearly complete. That's why I started the Olympus 12 challenge. Hopefully I can cover all decks featuring Olympus 12. To start, I'll introduce you to one of my favorite Olympus, the Weeb himself with his appropriate works. This is Vulcanusmon aka Time Stranger Factorial Area deck profile. Starting from level 2, we have BT25 Tokomon. This deck does not shy from attacking and does not care either about surviving, only cares about digging. This is the most suitable TS Digitama for the deck. Next, we have the star and the only level 6 in the deck, which is a playset of BT25 Vulcanusmon. The -5 condition is when you have only less, not including equal, Digimon on your battle area. So you really need to be careful about managing the Digimon count. First, its passive ability gives all of your TS Digimon Link +1 and Rush. And it's on play. When digivolving, you can link up to 2 cards from your hand or trash for free to any of your Digimon, which is crucial for the strat. Then, digivolve 1 for each of your link cards. Finally, your turn effect enables link Digimon to attack. This is important as if you're linking outside the end of turn, even if the memory passed to the opponent's side, you have not entered your end of turn yet. Remember this, as it will be crucial effect for the strat. We will jump a bit and go to the tamers. We have a playset of the BT24 Shiroki Asuna, as this is the best digging option for the deck, as there will be many dead cards in your hand. You can also trash any Asuna to play it on the next turn by her effect. That's why we also have 2 copies of the BT25 Asuna, because this card gains memory and enables you to trade for a fresh card every turn. Finally, we have a playset of Dan Yuki and Kanan Yuki from BT24. This is the card that will help you seal the game with the end of turn option, play and attack declaration. Next is the strange bunch of this deck, which is the option card. First is the playset of the Divine Arms version Omega. I remember that thanks to these hands, my first battle against Vulcanus took like 30 minutes in the actual game. And sometimes the hands kinda look like giving you a middle finger. So basically you trust 1 card to get 2 and then you can link it, but it can only be linked to a Vulcanusmon. Its link effect gives your Vulcanus a security attack +1 and also reboot, and then an Omni protection just by trashing one of its link card without a once per turn. So this is actually the main option that you want to have in the trash. So feel free to trash anytime you need to dig deeper. And next we have 3 copies of the field spell, the Factorial Area. So this Factorial Area gives all of your red and black TS Digimon blocker, plus if you have Vulcanusmon, link +1. It sounds defensive, but there is an offensive utility too that will be explained later. And then next we have 1 Iron Slash. This Iron Slash from BT24. So just for the digivolve security bomb effect, and sometimes the added piercing and collision is pretty useful. And of course, we also have a playset of the In-Between Theater, which is a no-brainer for any TS decks that use various colors and also Dankanan. And then finally, we have the option that will seal you the game, which is a playset of Tidal Stream. So you mostly want to use this via Dankanan in the end of turn to restand your Vulcanus and win the game. But you need to remember that to be able to restand, the effect has to return something to the opponent's hand. Most of the time, you only need one copy in your hand, so feel free to trust any excess copies for more draws. I think you have realized that the theme of the deck is digging, so most of our level 3s are also diggers. First, we have a playset of BT25 Toyagumon that can take any option card and any TS card. That's like a lot of targets. And then next we have a playset of BT25 Coronamon. So basically you can trade any two cards, two TS cards in your hand for another two new cards, which is pretty useful for digging as well. And finally we have two copies of BT25 Kokuamon just for the free Digivolution effect. For the level 4s, another diggers, we have a playset of BT25 Blimp. No, this is BT24 Blimpmon, I'm sorry. With the on play when Digivolving effect that can take something TS with 5 play costs or less. But be careful that it cannot take any option card. But at least you can put the rest of the refilled cards either in the top of or bottom of your deck. So if you see a good option, you can just leave it as it is. Then finally, the last one is BT25 Meramon, because you want something that you don't lose any value when you digivolve in the back, because its effect is labeled as main. You can trust one TS card to delete an opposing Digimon with 4k or less, and if it doesn't delete, it draws 2. So basically, it's a good but a bit situational digger. And finally, we have our final two cards, which is the level 5s. Two copies of BT24 Sharkmon. Basically, in this deck you don't need any level 5s, but I just put it in there just in case. I believe it's the best choice as it has an undulation effect. I think the undulation effect is that you open 3, then you can take any TS with 7 or less play costs and play it for free. And you trust the rest. So basically, you don't want to evolve over this card, so this card will stay in the field, and at least when it dies, it can give something, maybe playing a Dun Cannon or something. My win rate with this deck was pretty low because I was unable to find any deck list as a reference, so I really needed to create it from scratch. But finally I was able to win a mini tournament with the exact list with one game ending in turn 2. Next is that you need to understand the common little count, which is 3 security. So this deck does not need any Digimon in the field, so you can just attack as soon as you move from racing. So the question why 3, it's because that Vulcanusmon will get 2 extra arms, right? So basically, usually the Vulcanus will check for 3. Let's talk about the little turn. Basically, you will need at least 1 Vulcanus in your hand, 1 Tidal Stream in your hand, 1 Dun Cannon in your battle area, and 2 Omega Arms either in your hand or your trash. And then there has to be a 1 opposing non-redirection Digimon. And then Dun Cannon will give you 1 memory. So even if you're getting 1 memory, it will push it into 2. So you're guaranteed to be able to hard play the Vulcanus, regardless of the field condition. But you need to make sure that you are passing 5 or more memory so that you can play Tidal Stream from the hand. So let's try the scenario. Let's say we have 2. So basically we play Vulcanus. Let's say we played for 12. Then you will link the 2 Omega Arms. Then, because it is linked, you get an attack with Vulcanus, basically checking 3 securities. And then, finally, we enter the end of turn. We can use Dun Cannon to use a Tidal Stream, returning the opposing Digimon and restanding Vulcanus. As this option effect happens before the next sentence of Dun Cannon, you can continue. You can first link it, and then you can continue with Dun Cannon effect so that your Vulcanus can declare an attack and seal the game. another way to finish is to use the field instead of title stream. So where's the Factorial area field? Let's see then, this one. So this path doesn't need any Digimon in the opposing side of the field, and you only need to pass 3 memory, but you need to have at least one other Digimon in your hand. So let's say this is the security, 3 securities, and then let's say another 2, you play Vulcanus for 12, then you link, and then you check 3, all securities. Then finally, by using Dan Kanan, in the end of turn, you can play the field option, put it in the security, then you can play something -3, so let's say you have Toyagumon. Then, because this option effect resolve first before the next sentence of Dan Kanan, so you can use it, I have to tap that from I have to tap that, sorry, basically. And yeah, after you use the option, because now you have a free board, a free Digimon, and Vulcanus gives every of your TS Digimon rush, you can declare an attack with the Toyagumon or any Digimon that you have, and winning the game. So what do you think about the deck? I really love the deck as it's really impervious to the opponent's strategy. Vulcanus just doing his own things. So if we're being asked, is the deck good? Would you say yes king or no king? Comment your decision down below. Also, tell me what kind of deck that you want to be featured in this channel. Thank you for watching and see you later with the next Olympus.